I'm I'm glad that I'm only sexually romantically attracted to adult women.
Today, y'all, we're going to be talking about Brandon Brootal, and this is a TikToker I quite literally never thought that I would cover on this channel, but here we are today. And before we get into it, I really want to give y'all a disclaimer. So with that said, warning, this video contains shocking content and disturbing language that may not be suitable for all viewers, so viewer discretion is advised moving forward. The content presented in this video is intended for a mature audience and may include graphic imagery, strong language, or unsettling themes, so please take caution and ensure that you are comfortable with such material before proceeding. Now, if you have concerns about the content, consider watching another video or seeking content more appropriate for your preferences, but by continuing to watch, you are basically acknowledging that you have been warned and understand the nature of this material. So with that being said, let's just dive into it. For those of you who are unfamiliar with Brandon Brootal, he is a TikToker who was born May 17th in 1989. He was known for his 2000s scene and emo look and aesthetic, and also for posting skits and songs of very popular brands such as Black Belt Brads. But a lot of people started talking about him for not just his scene and emo look and style, but for accusations that were made about him for fiddling with minors. And he was exposed for this, and it was a very messy situation. Now, he has been basically on this really weird rant and tantrum against women. And as a woman, I really want to talk about this and bring awareness to this. And I am going to be linking a charity in the box down below, and y'all can feel free to check it out. It's going to be for basically DV. He was arrested recently on February 15th of 2024, y'all, for threatening to lay waste to a local school on his TikTok live, and I'm going to be reading quickly what somebody had to say over here on Reddit because it's kind of summing up the situation. Now, moving forward with this, though, I want to be very clear that YouTube is very strict when it comes to censorship of certain words, so if I say one thing wrong, this video could quite literally just get kicked off of the platform, along with my channel being terminated. So I want to be very, very clear on the things that I say. And if something I say doesn't make sense, because I can't use the real terminology for it, let me know in the comment section if you are confused, but I do hope that you understand it. So basically, he was brushing teenagers and asking for nudes and stalking girls. And he ended up getting a warrant issued to him of February 7th, 2024 for basically, like I said, threatening to lay waste to a local school. I don't know how or why this happened, but Brandon Brootal was released early from jail, and that was probably one of the shittiest things that these detectives and police officers who worked with him could have done, because the things that he's been saying over on TikTok are highly concerning.
Hello everyone. Also, what I want to say is I never look through a window at little boys in my life. Because the thing is, I'm not gay. I don't like penises or anything like that. If you think I'm a kid dealer, do not follow me on that account, I swear. Because if you follow someone, if someone follows someone who's a pet, that makes that person pedophile for following them. Like, yeah, I want to get rid of another false accusation. The thing is, I don't harass women, but I'm angry and mad at the fact adult women are rejecting me like crazy. I deserve love! I deserve the right woman to marry and go on with! Women have no fucking right to reject me just because they think I diddle kids!
He was exposed for messaging a 15-year-old minor, and here are the DMs. She says, "I won't tell if you don't. I just really enjoyed talking to you, XD." And he said, "I mean, you are a really cute emo chick." And she said, "And you're a cute emo boy. Ooh." He said, "Thank you. When do you want to hang out with me then?" Then she sent him a picture. He said, "Not those pictures." She said, "Oh, what do you mean?" He said, "I want less clothing. Naughty pictures." And then she responded with, "I don't know." Now remember, she was 15 at the time and he was 36, okay? And after this whole situation got exposed, he turned around and tried to blame the minor. Because she messaged him first.
There's this thing going around to where I was so-called talking to a 14-year-old. Okay, first of all, the girl started messaging me first. I messaged her. I did not know her age. And then she started messaging me other stuff. And then I was like, okay. I checked her age and I told her to stop talking to me. I said, "I can't talk to you, you're a minor." And so she kept talking to me. She just kept talking to me.
Again, this is all just part of the background. It is leading up to what we're going to be talking about for this video. He is going on really disgusting and violent tangents against women. And again, this is all because he was exposed for messaging that minor who wasn't 15. I did say she was 15, but she was actually 14 at the time. With that said, though, y'all, he did end up trying to justify this situation after he was exposed. First, he tried to blame it on that minor girl, but then he did try to turn the situation around, and he tried to say, well, she's a teenager, not a kid.
And people who sing I like kids, let me get this straight. A 15-year-old is not a kid. A 15-year-old is a teenager. And I'm not into teenagers either. Okay? You can't say someone's into kids when they were asking nudes from a teenager. Because kids and teenagers are two different things. They are both minors, yes, but they're still different.
Of course, he got even more backlash for that video, because why would he not get backlash for that video? He's quite literally saying a child and a teenager are two different things when she's still a child. And yeah, of course, like I said, he got a lot of backlash for this. So he tried to change the story. And he said, he actually got hacked. It wasn't him messaging her at all, even though in the prior two videos he owned up to it. He said, well, she was messaging me. It's not like I went after her. Then he said, well, she's not really a kid. She's a teenager. Then he said, it was never me. I got hacked. And of course, nobody was buying it.
Hacker hacked my old Facebook. That's why I have a new Facebook. A hacker had my old Facebook and used that Facebook to harass people and talk to minors. So the hacker was the one who used my old Facebook to talk to that minor and to ask that minor, that 15-year-old, for nudes.
This is when Brandon Brootal just started unraveling and started spewing a bunch of really disgusting hatred towards women and a lot of people alike on the internet. And this is when he ended up going on that TikTok live stream and saying he was going to lay waste to that school building, to which he ended up getting charged for that and did get arrested. A warrant was put out for his arrest, like I said, February 7th of 2024, and he was picked up at February 15th of 2024, and he ended up taking an internet hiatus during that period from the time his warrant was put out to the time that he was arrested. Now, he did spend 6 months in jail, but he did get let out early, and this was the first live stream that he did whenever he came back, and as you can predict, it was a mess.
Hello everyone, I don't look emo right now because I don't have my black hair dye, I don't have my hair flattener, I don't have my black nail polish or my eyeliner, my ears shrank to where my tunnels won't go back in. But I'm gonna restretch my ears, put my ear tunnels back in, I'm gonna dye my hair, flatten it emo again, put my eyeliner and nail polish on all over again, and look like I do in my other videos. And once I do, I'm gonna start posting videos. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna post the videos of me doing emo songs and metalcore songs. And I might throw in a little bit of gothic rock and dark wave, because I kind of border into goth a little bit, but mostly emo. So yeah, so don't expect me to keep looking this way. Expect me to look the way I do in my other videos. Then with the next video I put up, okay?
So that was his first video back, okay? And once he got all done up and got all his little emo gear on, and I hope I didn't offend anybody by saying that, I went through a phase, so, once he got all his little emo gear on, he decided to go back on a live stream. And this is when things started to get really dark and really intense. Now, he did talk about being on an ankle monitor, not at home, but basically now being on house arrest in some random hotel somewhere, and he's not even allowed to leave the hallway. Sir can't even go outside. And as I said, as if the content wasn't already bad enough that he was putting out there, it gets even more darker and way more disturbing.
I'm in the hallway because I can't go outside. If I go outside, boom, I go back to jail. So, I'm not in the house, I'm in the motel. And I have to stay in the motel. So it's ankle? Hold on. Yeah, that's the ankle monitor. Yeah, they took the threat I made seriously. All I said was like something about getting rid of a school.
Now, at this point, though, everybody and their mamas and their cousins and their kids and their grandparents and the workers at the store knew about Brandon Brootal and all these accusations that weren't really accusations, but found to be true. everybody was aware of the threats that he made to the school building and to basically brushing a minor. Now, everybody, especially women, were flooding his comment section, just going in on him and tearing him apart. And he really got to the point where he was like, I can't take it no more. So, what did he decide to do? Fight back to anybody bringing up these accusations in the most insane way.
No. Sounds like you're a child. You need to fuck off. Well, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and not reply to the bad comments, because it's just gonna feed the people more. So I'm not gonna stop lying. How am I lying? I am only attracted to adult women. I'm not lying. God would say it's a sin for me not to say I'm only attracted to adult women. Okay? Because God knows it's true. I'm only attracted to adult women. You're lying, dude. You rape little babies. You sound like a baby. Get the fuck off my... No, you're a liar. I'm denying it because I didn't do that shit. Stop lying? No. God told me to tell the truth. God wants me to say I'm only into adult women because I am. So I'm not going to go against what God wants me to do, because he can decide whether I go to heaven or hell. So I'm not messing with something like that. Well, I can't be a pedophile because I believe in Jesus. And Jesus doesn't condone pedophilia. Do I have to tattoo I'm only attracted to adult women, like on my forehead, so people would understand?
Now, the things he's saying is absolutely crazy, bizarre, unwarranted, but it gets even worse. And I know you're probably wondering to yourself, how does it get worse than this? Just keep watching. Now, he ended up starting to make not just TikTok live streams, but TikTok videos, and trying to defend himself, which really you can't defend yourself at this point. You've already owned up to doing it and then changed your story twice. And the third time he tried to own up to it, he literally said, I didn't even do it at all. I got hacked. While trying to defend himself, he kept saying he was attracted to only adult women. But at the same time, saying he was attracted to only women, he was also attacking them.
Understand, I'm not into kids. You all need to know I'm not into kids. I'd rather punch a kid in the face than touch them, okay? Hey everyone, I just wanted to say in this video is, 15-year-olds are babies. Anyone under 18, they're not just kids, they're fucking babies, yo. And I don't that shit. If you think I'm a kid dealer, do not follow me on that account, I swear. Cause if you follow someone, if someone follows someone who's a pedophile, that makes that person pedophile for following them. Like, hello everyone. Also, what I want to say is I never looked through a window at little boys in my life. Because the thing is, I'm not gay. I don't like this or anything like that. I don't care if I go back to jail. I'm gonna say this anyway. If I see any of you on the street who's putting up these red flags in my comments on my live, I will I don't care. I will. Because you thinking I'm into kids is warrant enough for me to shoot.
This whole situation is scary in itself, but this is where it gets terrifying, bone-chilling. Now, he ended up reaching out to a random woman who was on his live stream commenting about these things, and he said, I really didn't do it. You just saw me hit on 2 adult women. That should show you I like adult women and not minors. Don't make me get bitter enough about not getting adult women to date me where I become the next Elliot Roger, because I'm tempted to. Him saying that he's tempted to become the next Elliot Roger is extremely concerning, because if you're unfamiliar with who Elliot Roger is, now his backstory is basically he unalived 2 of his roommates and their friend to, in his apartment, and then he ended up unaliving 3 women, and it was a very tragic story. And now he's saying that because all these women are saying these things and not liking him because of it, he's going to become the next Elliot Roger, which is highly alarming. Now, Brandon's rampage was continuing on TikTok via live streams and TikTok videos, and he was getting more and more intense with the things that he was saying, including threats. And I guess this is when people started to say, like, your probation officer is going to see this. You're going to go back to jail. He then made a video trying to talk to the cops, the FBI, his parole officer, basically any of them watching who's profiling him. And his attempt at doing this was basically to try to get them to have sympathy for him and his situation of not being able to get a woman. Which, why would anybody want to be with him after not just all these allegations, but the way that he is lashing out online?
I'm going to talk to law enforcement and FBI. I know you've been watching me and profiling me, and I know at the end of the 30 days or whenever I go back to court, you'll use everything I said on the internet against me, probably put me back in jail. But fuck it, no, that's not happening. I'm not going back to that farm where it's a bunch of dudes day and night where there's no women to talk to. That sucks. I'm not gonna be. I don't want to be separated from my friends. Okay, I don't like that. I can't hang out with them if I'm separated from them. I don't want to be separated from my loved ones. I don't want to eat that cheap processed shit at the jail that made me malnourished. It malnourished me. When I got out, I could barely fit my pants on because I was like almost anorexic because I was so malnourished after being in jail. From now on, I know even more you're watching me. So from now on, I'm gonna make sure I don't comment or say anything really that will put me back in jail anymore. So I'm gonna clean up my mouth and not say anything that will put me back in jail because I'm not going back to that penis farm. Think about it. Have a heart. Please have a heart. Do not separate me from my loved ones and my fans. I want to make TikTok videos again. And and talk with my fans and everything.
I'm going to be giving my personal thoughts and opinions about this at the end of the video, y'all. We're not even close to getting done with it because we still have a lot more to cover. And also it gets a lot darker now. That's why I kind of wanted to interrupt this just to give you guys a little bit of insight as to what you're about to be listening to. Now, even though he just made that TikTok video basically pleading with the FBI's and any cop out there who's profiling him so that whenever he does go back to trial, he's not going to be sent back to jail, his intention is staying free. So he said, I'm going to clean up my mouth and watch what I say so I don't get sent back to jail because there's no women there. That would suck. And then the very next video, y'all, he backtracked everything and started going on really insane, bizarre tangents and saying very dangerous, disgusting, vile things, saying that when he comes back, he's going to target women and be the next Elliot Rogers, but worse. He even said that he was going to try to find mass groups of women wherever he could find them and basically just lay waste to the women. And I hope you know the word I'm trying to say is, but I can't say that. So let's just dive into what he's about to say.
Women are rejecting me like goddamn fucking crazy, yo. Like, I show interest in a woman, and every time I do, they just block me. They're like, no, I'm not talking to this kid, and block me. Like, what the fuck? I'm only attracted to adult women. Yeah, adult women keep fucking blocking me when I show the slightest interest in them. So stop streaming that shit, because the more you do that, the more adult women are gonna fucking reject me. I am very tempted to become like Elliot Roger and just go somewhere where there's a bunch of women and start them up. I know that's not Christian, but I'm being driven to that by how many adult women reject me. Me being only interested in adult women, adult women all rejecting me at once, like, what the fuck? It's okay to be rejected by a lot of women, but I'm being rejected by all the adult women. So that's a bullshit, like all of them. It's so bullshit, man. I deserve love. I deserve to find the right one to marry. I don't want to be, I'm not that far away becoming like Elliot Roger. Except if I do that, I'll be worse than him, okay? And I'll probably have an M60 instead of whatever squirt gun he had. So I am very tempted. I don't care if the FBI is watching this. I'm just being driven crazy with how many adult women are rejecting me. It's gonna drive me to get some M60 and start some motherfucking women because they don't want to date me. And adult women rejecting me and not wanting to date me is driving me crazy. I'm not a dangerous person, but these false accusations of pedophilia is driving me to that. I'm not going to actually do anything like that. I'm not going to women, but like, I was just thinking about it. I was only thinking about it. I'm not going to actually do it. I was just thinking about it because adult women have no fucking right to reject me just because they think I'm a kid diddler. Like, if you're an adult woman, you have no fucking right to reject me. No right. Just because you think I'm a kid diddler or that I like minors, or you think I think that 15-year-olds are not kids, which They're kind of like babies, but what the fuck ever. You have no goddamn right to reject me, you fucking bitches. I know I'm trying to be Christian right now, but I'm angry and mad at the fact adult women are rejecting me like crazy. I deserve love. I deserve the right woman to marry and go on with. Women have no fucking right to reject me just because they think I diddle kids. I'm not attracted to minors. I don't fuck with little kids. I don't message little kids. I definitely don't talk dirty to them and tell them they're cute. That's some disgusting bullshit. I don't even tell anyone who's below the age of 22 they're cute. I don't do that shit. I'm an awesome guy. I'm a pretty cool guy. I deserve a woman, okay?
I'm going to be getting into my thoughts in just 1 second, but I do want to give y'all the last little update of this video is that basically now he deleted his TikTok account after basically on a live baiting saying that he doesn't know if he's going to be able to do this anymore or be here even. And shortly after making that video, he did end up either deactivating his TikTok account because I don't know why. Maybe because he found this situation, one, he can't get out of. And rightfully so. All these allegations that aren't just allegations are actually proved to be true. And he's going back to jail, basically, you know. So it's just, this is one bad situation for Brandon Brootal that he calls for himself, and everything that he's done is very sick and vile and disgusting. The way that he talked to minors, up to going after people for calling out these red flags, to literally saying he's going to be the next Elliot Rogers. There's something about Brandon Brootal that, truthfully, just looking at him, shakes me to my core, because I feel like there's just a lot of violence in this man, and I would not want to be near him in public. Whoever thought this man was fit to release back into public until his trial is probably going to get fired or be on a leave shortly. Just seeing his content prior and how he's behaving now, it's literally very scary. And I don't think he needs to be out here in society. He needs to be rehabilitated, but something about him gives me the vibes that that's just not an option. I just don't think that he should rejoin society. I think he's obviously shown that he is a danger to people, not just children, but adults, especially women. I feel like he is a danger, and something needs to be done mental health-wise for him, and he definitely should look into some type of mental health resource. But I did see something going around the internet that before he was put into jail, he was sent to a psych ward. I don't know how true that is. I just seen it in a news article. I did not actually look further into that. Now, those were just like my base thoughts and opinions about just him and the situation. I can't really go too far into what I think because there's a lot of words that I have to censor here on YouTube. So it's just going to be a bunch of blanks, you know, and bleeps. So I don't want to do that to y'all, but y'all kind of get the gist of what I'm thinking, and y'all can feel free to say anything you want to say in the comment section down below. So let me know your thoughts and opinions about it. But quickly, just as a woman, how I feel about this, okay? This is why we say it is dangerous for us to be in public, because there are creeps like him out there who obsess over women, and then God forbid he gets rejected because of things he's done. God forbid you don't smile at him on the street, what would he do to you? You know, and this is why I say principles need to be and set better in the system for people like this who go in knowing they're a danger to society. They shouldn't be able to just come back and join society because thank God he was on that house arrest monitor, because if he would have had access to be able to go outside, who knows what he would have done. Anyways, with that said, I hope y'all did enjoy today's video. It's a little bit different from what I typically do, but it's something I do want to start doing. So let me know in the comment section if you do like this content and if I should have moved forward with doing it. Also, y'all, I just want to wrap up this video and say that this has been such a befuddlement of Brandon Brootal. I feel like this story itself, his behavior, it's so shocking and honestly scary, and that's why I gave that disclaimer at the beginning that it's not going to be for everybody to watch. So if you did make it through this video, kudos to you. Look, also, this is why I love exposed channels. I see a lot of people talking badly about channels who expose people, but this is why I love them, okay? Because this man, if he would have never got exposed or called out for any of this, his aggression and anger towards especially women not being able to get a girlfriend and that whole weird situation, who knows what he would have done. He could have hurt hundreds of women or people. So I'm very glad to hear that He is getting exposed for this. Everything's come to light. Everybody is aware of who he is and the danger that he poses to the public and women especially, and hopefully when he does go back to jail, he gets a sentence. Speaking of sentences, drop the police officer emoji if you made it this far into the video. I really appreciate it if you did. And let me know your thoughts and opinions about anything we discussed in today's video, and I'll catch you in the next one.